Hey guys, welcome back. Origami here, bringing you another one of our live tabletop matchups. I do appreciate all the support you've been giving these videos. Let's try to get all these videos to like 70 likes. I would greatly appreciate it. I know we took a small break between because I just couldn't. You guys know there's a lot of hard work that goes into these videos. I made a tweet about it if you guys want to see like the whole day process of me recording these videos. So if you want to see like what I go through every day to make these, I would appreciate if you would check out my Twitter. Also follow me on Twitter. You know, I always appreciate it. But don't forget that if you guys enjoy these videos, don't forget to drop a like. Check out our sponsors as always at Guardian Gaming. Link in the description. A great place to go buy codes. To the left, you have me. Hello, hi, how's it going? Origami, playing the anticipated Pikachu Zekrom GX tag team deck. And to the left, your right, left, right, right. Yeah, right. I have to think about it in the other way. But she's playing Ultra Necrozma, the updated Ultra Necrozma with cards like Viridian Forest that really make this deck a lot more consistent. So as you can see, I'm starting with Nest Ball. Got Zapdos down. Now, I will say that for this video, I am playing 3 Pikaroms and 1 Zapdos. I would probably go back. I would probably go and play 2 Zapdos, 2 Pikaroms in this deck. This deck requires a lot of testing, a lot of small changes I want to make, but we're gonna go ahead and use Lily right now for you know, first turn Lily. We have Aether, we have Ultra Ball. Now this deck has a lot of really cool things going for it. This is gonna be. This is a I can show like I'm choosing this game in particular because this deck really shows off like the speed that this deck can use to get its strategy going. She's just gonna attach Metal Energy and pass, which is really unfortunate because this deck usually has a lot more consistency. Like her deck plays like 4 Ultra Balls, 4 Treasures, and 4 Nest Balls because you want to get down your Jirachis, you want to get down as many Inkays as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and use Volkner here to get a Metal Energy and just an item, and I'm thinking Electro Power, yeah, because I want to take a knockout this turn with my attack. So my attack does 150 damage, and then I can take 3 energies from my deck to my hand, and then this GX attack does 200 damage and 170 damage to your bench, to a bench Pokemon if you have 3 extra energies attached to yourself. So we're going to Ultra Ball away an energy and a Judge to get ourselves Tapu Koko over here. So Tapu Koko's ability is, we already know, we've used it so many times. You can put in the last one if you do attach energies from your discard pile. Attach 2 energies from your discard pile to 1 Pokemon each. We're going to manually attach here, and as you can see, as early as turn 2, we were able to get off our attack, double Electro Power, so we hit for I believe 210 right now, and we just take a knockout. We're going to accelerate the energies onto the active because I just cannot foresee him taking a knockout this turn. Like he could in theory get Marshadow and try to take a knockout that way, but he would need like Marshadow, Metal Energy, Malamar, 2 Malamars, or like a switch or something. Like he needs a lot. But there's that Viridian Forest card we were talking about. Once per turn, you may discard a card from your hand and put it and discard a card from your hand, take a basic energy from your deck and put it into your hand as well. So it's a great way to get these Metal Energies a lot easier. A great way to put Psychic Energies in the discard pile, which is great because this deck doesn't play that many Cynthias. It plays mostly Lilies, and I guess you could fit in some Ericas in here. We're not playing Erica right now, but once again, these are just the testing parts of our videos. With the hand thinning that that Stadium gives you, it's way easier to pull off Lily plays. And since these are the kind of decks you want to draw cards, you don't want to remove cards from your hands. You don't want to shuffle them back into your deck. You want to add to your hand for the most part. So she's gonna go ahead and discard an Ultra Ball. She got another Inkay down. Get a Psychic Energy. She can potentially put me to sleep here. My game plan is to knock out an Inkay and a Malamar, right? Because we don't want her having many Malamars down. We're just trying to take complete advantage of our GX attack. So we're going to go ahead and do that, I think. Just knock out the Malamar on the bench. Wishful Baton means we can move the energies to the back. I don't really think we needed that Wishful Baton, but it's whatever. We can just move 6 energies to different Pokemon. We do play 4 energy switches in this deck to really help the consistency. It helps a lot whenever we're trying to move things around, attack with Zapdos, and even with Tapu Koko Prism, if we attach 2 energies onto the board. We're using Viridian Force ourselves, by the way, but if we put 2 energies on the board, we're going to energy switch one of those Pokemon onto another Pokemon that we need to. So it's really easy to get turn one Pikachu Zekrom's attack off in this deck. It happens way more consistently than you think. As long as you have energies to discard, it's actually not going to be that bad. We're going to go ahead and GX and knock out the Malamar. And there we go. Just like that, like Pikarom's already taken 4 prizes. We're like on the road to just sweeping the board with just this one Pokemon, which is the power of Pikachu Zekrom. Now that is a Marshadow. I know she's playing Hyper Rares. It's fine. We're not going to be doing Hyper Rares again. I know that we had a lot of complaints last time. This is just her deck list. So this is I didn't feel like making too many changes. I didn't feel like taking apart my Malamar deck for it. So she's very nice for her. But she has an Ultra Necrozma down there. She gets 1 Malamar and a Choice Band and a Switch. She can take a knockout here, which isn't going to be pretty nice, except for the fact that I think we just win, because then our our Zero Aura takes Revenge Knockout. But as you can see, I think we just have Guzma per game. So there we go. We pull up the Malamar, we switch with our Zero Aura's free retreat, and then we just take Knockout. So as easy as that, Pikachu Zekrom literally just took 4 prizes. So as you can see, the power of this deck can be absolutely absurd. But we're going to go ahead and move on to game 2 here, which is going to be showcasing a little bit more of what Ultra Necrozma can do. Now, there's going to be a lot of matchups where you're not going to be using Pikachu Zekrom. Just giving up 2 prizes is not ideal, especially if you whiff the turn 1 Pikachu Zekrom plays before your opponent sets up. And sometimes like Zero Aura is really all you need to carry you throughout the game. Zero Aura hitting for 160 with Choice Band, with Muscle Bands, it's really good. We do have the awkward Tapu Koko lead. We play Tapu Koko for the mirror match. Being able to Oko Pikachu Zekrom with our GX attack if they set themselves up is really, really nice, especially combined with Tapu Koko Prism. It's really, really easy to pull it off. Not to mention just overall, its GX attack is really strong whenever your opponent attaches too many energies on the board. You're going to start with an Ultra Ball, and there we go. Giratina lead kind of sucks because it's not a 1 retreat cost. It's really hard to retreat it. You usually want to lead Inkay or Jirachi, which makes up like 6 of your basics, right? So, it's kind of awkward. I know this deck right here, Ultra Necrozma, doesn't play any Tapu Leles. You could play Tapu Lele. We decided instead of playing Tapu Lele, we just increase the draw support count because if we're using Jirachi's ability anyways, we should be able to find draw supporters regardless. So here she has a skateboard down, a switch so she can use Jirachi's ability if she needs to. She's gonna Viridian Forest and play Marshadow. So turn 1 disruption right off the bat. The power of these psychic decks that play Marshadow, just the power of Marshadow in general, it's really, really strong. Being able to just turn 1 to play a Marshadow, putting your opponent to 4 cards, and then immediately playing a draw supporter afterwards. She even has Jirachi in the active to help you search more. But as you can see, she only has bench space for 1 attacker, but that's really all she needs. Plus she has, now she's only attacking with Giratina in this game, but that's fine. Hitting 160 with a Choice Band is really strong. She's gonna use the ability here. We have a turn 1 Lily, so we ended up blocking out pretty nicely there. If we did top deck an Ultra Ball, we can pull off some crazy plays with Lucia, getting Thunder Mountain and Tapu Koko Prism. But she's gonna grab Guzma with the Jirachi, and to see if she has any manual attachments this turn. No, she's gonna flip for Wake Up, and she fails, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to my turn. We did top deck Zero Aura, which is really nice because we can put a Lightning Energy in the discard pile to get another one out of the deck if we need to, so we can manually attach it. Attaching it anywhere doesn't really matter. I mean, like, I guess we can just fail it so we can draw more off the lead because we have a manual attachment in hand, so that's probably what I'm doing. Plus, we want to put at least 2 Lightning Energies in the discard pile early so our Tapu Koko Prism can use its ability to its maximum extent. We're gonna go and attach to the active, so we have free retreat and just Lily here for 7. Let's see what this gets me. Not much. We have Lightning Energy, a couple of supporters. I think we have a Thunder Mountain in our hand too, so we don't have a way to get Tapu Koko Prism, so we can't really abuse it. Doesn't look like it. We have a Lele. Yeah, we don't have much we can do here, so I think we just retreat and give her Zero. It's a lot harder to knock out Zero Aura because Zero Aura you have to hit like 180, 190. It's even though she has no way to really take a knockout here. So I guess maybe if I just left my Koko, it would have been fine because I want to ace roll my Koko at some point. But I think I can just ace roll Zero Aura because it seems a lot better. I don't know. Either way, I don't think she has a way to take an Oko this turn. So in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have switched. But I don't think it really changes too much, except for the fact that we're probably going to be damaged. She needs to get a couple Psychic Energies in the discard pile. She has access to Viridian. She's using Jirachi right now. Grabbing Treasure, that gets her another Malamar, which means if she has a manual attachment and 2 Psychic Energies in the discard pile, she can attack with Malamar this turn, or she can attack with Giratina this turn, doing a nice 160. And then she can just start chaining Giratina, and whenever she needs to get a different attacker, she can choose to leave Giratina in the discard pile and just pull up a different attacker, right? Unless Pikachu Zekrom is on the board, you generally don't want to attack with the Choice Band and everything. Now, I don't really know if I agree with this Choice Band play, but because like it doesn't really do anything for her, especially since I do play Acerola. But regardless, it does do a lot of damage and can put me in range of like the Giratina snipes on the bench if that situation ever arises. I'm gonna go ahead and use Viridian Force here, and now we'll grab an energy. We have 2 energies in the discard pile now, so Tapu Koko Prism will now come into play. We can use Volkner to get Tapu Koko Prism, as well as I think we have Thunder Mountain in our hand. I believe that's what that card is. I could be wrong. I can't really tell, honestly, in this small screen. It's much bigger for you guys. Even so, we can grab like Energy Switch, but we need to grab a way to get Tapu Koko Prism down anyway. So as you can see, I'm really contemplating this play. I could play Lucia. I think I have Lucia in my hand, which can grab me both Tapu Koko Prism and Thunder Mountain. which I believe is what I'm going to do instead. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Because we can manually attach and then Thunder Mountain, Tapu Koko Prism attach to both Pokemon on the board, and that would just be enough to start attacking this turn. So we didn't have Thunder Mountain hand. Okay, cool. But anyways, yeah, Lucia is very, very powerful in this deck because it's essential. As long as you have a manual attachment, you can attack in one turn with this combination of cards here. So as you can see, Tapu Koko Prism in the Lost Zone, Thunder Mountain, all we need is a manual attachment. I'm choosing to attach to the bench. Not really sure why. Don't know why I did that, to be honest. I think I just forgot about Thunder Mountain. Or maybe I'm just anticipating her to bump my stadium. So I'm just doing this now while I can. That could be probably it. Because this is my one Thunder Mountain. I know this deck plays 4 stadiums, so it was unnecessary because I could have attacked for only 2 energies there, and I could have attached it to Zeraora. So in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have done it, but it's fine. Doesn't really change too much anyways. Or maybe it does. We'll see. We'll find out. Let's see. Is she searching right now for Jirachi, or did she just get treasure and just move on from there? She can get Giratina back, damaging the Zeraora if she wants to. I'm choosing to put the Zeraora in the bench, so it's harder for her to take a knockout this turn. She's going to go ahead and toss away a Cynthia to grab a 3rd Malamar, so this girl is ready. If she has Ultra Necrozma, or like even Dawn Wings, she could take a knockout here, but instead she's just going to attack with Giratina, just completely set it up here, and just do damage, and she's going to Guzma, just take a knockout on the Zeraora, so that's awkward, but it's fine. 2 prizes for my opponent, 1 prize for me, and we do take knockout with Coco. Coco also has no weakness, so Marshadow isn't a huge threat. But at this point, we want to start setting up different attackers. I would like to put down Zapdos here, so if I can get a Zapdos down, that could be nice. A 1 prize attacker that can knock out Jirachi and knock out Marshadow. Doesn't seem that bad at all. There's an energy switch. And what are we doing with energy switch? Zeraora? Are we going to attack with Zeraora this turn? Is that the game plan? It's been so long since I played these games. Okay, Ultra Ball. What are we grabbing with Ultra Ball? Let's see. We might just grab Zapdos here as well. No, she's going to grab Pikachu. Okay, we're just going to go in because we need to take 2 prizes at a time. I would like to knock out the Malamars. I think that's my game plan, right? If I can attack here and knock out multiple Malamars at the same time, that's going to be really, really good for me. So I think that's our game plan here. I ended up putting the cards I got off Volkner into my discard pile. That happens to me a lot. I don't know why. But I'm just showcasing what I did that turn. So I grab Energy Switch. I Ultra Ball away those 3. So that's what I did. Okay, cool. So we can attach return, Energy Switch. So we can just attack now, which is good. And yeah, I think we just do it. We take a knockout here. We're hoping no Marshadow or no Giratina, or not Giratina, Ultra Necrozma comes into play. If it does, we're just going to get punished here. But at this point in the game where we're like this behind, she has the perfect setup, and like we don't have, I think our Zapdos is prized because I haven't gotten out yet, because usually I would get out Zapdos by now. But she's going to treasure here to grab probably Ultra Necrozma, and then she needs to, if she has a Metal Energy in hand, she just takes a knockout here because she doesn't have Viridian Forest out. She could also use Jirachi to try to find Viridian Forest as well, which there's the Metal Energy, so she just comes in and takes a knockout, doing a massive, I believe, 260 damage. Yeah, 260 damage, just taking 3 prizes there. At this point in the game, I'm just like, welp. That sucks. We can take we can do damage, I guess. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if we can win anymore. We have to get another energy switch, an electro power, or a choice band, or maybe 2 electro powers right now to take a knockout with Coco. That could be an option. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Let's see what happens. I think we're just gonna use 2 electro powers, take a knockout here, and just hopefully she can't revenge us. And ideally we can take multiple knockouts before this game ends, because we have 2 prizes, she has the 1. We just have to deny her knockouts. We still have Ace Roll in the deck, so denying knockouts isn't impossible. But if she gets like another Ultra Necrozma or something like that, we just kind of lose, right? So she's gonna Ultra Ball here, probably to get I'm assuming, yeah, this thing, so she can either Guzma or she can get Metal and 2 energies and take a knockout. So let's see if she has it. Does she have the Metal? She does have the Metal, so that's going to be game. That's going to be game 2, guys. So as you can see, this deck is very strong. It's very reactionary, which is why I like this deck so much. Ultra Necrozma is very strong. And as you can see, when we don't have really strong starts on my end, like, you can easily punish. And like, I think Ultra Necrozma is one of the king of punishing. But we'll go ahead and get on to this last game here. I believe this game we flipped for because we were just like, playing a bunch of different games, and I believe this is like the new set. Like I said, guys, if you guys want to see the whole process of like seeing how we record these games, it's usually like hours upon hours of testing and then like choosing and like handpicking a couple of games that are really good and worth uploading. So we got to show off like both decks. And game 3 here is going to be just like, what now? You know what I mean? Like we showed off the potential of both decks, and now we're gonna see if we can really pit these against the test, like against each other. So I'm gonna be going first. Oh no, actually I'm going second. That's right. Never mind. Yeah, because once again the reflip, but it's fine. I just like showing off 3 games. So there's a nest ball to get Inkay. Let's see if she can get down a couple Jirachis and Inkay as well. But she's gonna Cynthia straight up. She did lead Dawnwings. Now Dawnwings is a really good attacker in this matchup, only because his GX attack is so strong, because we generally like to go ahead in prizes. That GX attack being able to knock out a lot of Pokemon on their board, but with a choice band, you pretty much knock out everything except for Pikachu. So if you can get a GX attack with a choice band off or a Beast Energy, then you are really ahead in the game. Now this deck does play Beast Energy. I have found that Beast Energy is not the most necessary card. Is that gonna be a pass? That's a pass. That sucks. Only getting one Inkay down is pretty bad, but you know, I digress. There's our Zapdos, so we can actually use Zapdos, Guzma plays, and take knockouts on some of these babies on the bench. We could also get like energy switch plays and move to the active. I would like to damage this. Damaging with Zapdos early game is really good because that means you don't have to have boosted damage to knock out a lot of these GXs later. So even damaging this Ultra, this Dawnwings on the bench would be really strong for us because it puts it in range of unboosted attacks later. Because we will be hitting it for a powerful 80, so we'll see if we can pull that off. We would need like energy switch, Zero Aura, things like that. So we can just do that. We're gonna go ahead and Ultra Ball just to discard energies, I believe. Maybe even thin our hand down for future turns. Get rid of that because we don't need to. Just get rid of the energy and the thing with our Volkner to get ourselves a Zero Aura. So once again, looks like the combo is getting off pretty nicely here. Let's see. We can attach. We can retreat into Zapdos. I believe we have energy switch in hand. And there it is. Boom. And now we can just attack this turn for a nice powerful 80 damage with 1 energy in the discard pile as well. There's an escape board, so she can retreat by getting rid of the energy. Energies in discard pile are like always, never really a bad thing in this deck. Let's see if she gets another Inkay or a Malamar here. Let's find out. And there's a Marshadow actually, just straight up wants to draw more cards. She must have had a really bad start here. I know that we have made no changes in the deck list in this whole recording session. The first time we record, we spent one whole day, I want to say about 5 hours testing these decks. And whenever I was overviewing the footage, we were all really tired and making silly mistakes, like not attaching damage whenever we attack with Giratina, sometimes attaching twice per turn. So we actually scrapped all those games so that we can get some better games for you guys. 2 Inkays down. I don't think she wants to put down another Inkay just because she wants to save that bench space for probably a different attackers. 2 Inkay seems to be fine. And that's the downside of having Marshadow, right? Is that it takes up a bench space, but it's definitely worth playing to help you dig harder into this deck. She can retreat, go into Jirachi. She's contemplating that play. Help her find more cards. She hasn't used Viridian Force yet. I'm assuming there's a lot of good cards in her hand that she does actually want to do that. She's gonna use Jirachi here. Let's see what she's gonna grab. Skateboard, so she can retreat this Jirachi, I guess. I don't think she'll hold on to it here because this Jirachi could be knocked out, so there's not really a reason to attach it yet. We're ready to just make plays. We have Acerola in case she ever does any damage. Of course, we only play the one of Acerola. We generally want to save those for important turns. So let's see. She's contemplating different things, and yeah, she's gonna go ahead and get a Metal Energy out of her deck. Metal is kind of weird. I would assume she'd get another Psychic Energy and just hope the 4 stick, but I guess it's kind of safe to get the Metal Energy because if the Stadium doesn't stick, she'll at least have it in hand, and that's 2 Psychic Energies in the discard pile already, so she's already like way ahead. She can't Oko Pikachu, but she has a chance to. She's gonna go ahead and actually give up Marshadow because that Jirachi is too important for her to toss, which is, I think, a really good play, honestly, because it has the possibility of being knocked out here, and she doesn't want to lose her engine, right? I'm gonna Viridian Force, throw away a Pikachu to grab another energy here. We need to start attaching. I think we want to attempt to attack with. I mean, like this is the point of the game where I think attacking with Pikachu is only for the sake of the video, because at this point in the game where she has potential to get 2 Malamars, unless we're gonna Guzma here, which we don't because we're playing Erica. She has 2 potential Malamars down, which can easily be set up to take a knockout on me. She can also GX me with Dawnwings. If she gets Marshadow with an Ultra Necrozma and discard pile, she does take knockout on Pikachu. So like, obviously there's a lot of risk that comes into making these plays. I could just be safe and not attack yet, but because she has Malamar in the Marshadow in the active, which is kind of awkward for her. We could Ultra Ball, try to get down a Tapu Koko. We don't have Energy Switch in hand though, so I don't think we'll be able to actually take a knockout. We're just gonna hand thin here a little bit, attach a Choice Band. Let's see what else we're gonna do, and we'll just pass. Yeah, we don't want to overextend if we don't have to. We can hit for 10, of course, but we don't want to overextend if we don't have to. Right now, since there's no real way to attack this turn, we're just gonna let it go. So this is pretty good for us in the sense that like she can't get down Ultra Necrozma anymore, so we feel a lot safer attacking. She can't attach Choice Band either, so she can't GX and knock out our Zero Aura. So if we can get Guzma, Manual Attachment, Tapu Koko next turn, which as long as that Stadium stays in play, we usually can. She'll use Jirachi here. I'm assuming she has like a Switch or a Guzma in hand. Excuse me. You can grab Lily. Now, is she going to use a Lily or is she going to move on from here? But since all the bench space has been taken, I think we're actually pretty safe. She can hit 120 and knock out Zapdos, I suppose. She can't GX us yet because neither of us have taken any prizes, but we're all in this awkward setup phase of our game right now. Let's see what she does. She might use, she's probably using Viridian Forest this turn. Yeah, she's gonna discard another Forest, and she could just fail it. She's just gonna fail here, yeah. Once again, another good thing about the Stadium is that it just gives you the chance to just discard cards, and that would just help you a lot whenever you want to draw off your Lilies. She can't manually retreat this turn. She has a Switch, she could use that, but yeah, there it is, Lily. So there's no Guzma this game. There's just gonna be using switches and stuff like that. Let's see what she does here. She hasn't gotten any Malamars down. She's just probably gonna do that now, actually. Let's see. Counting her energies, counting her Guzmas, making sure that she can toss these things. That's, I believe that's an Ultra Necrozma and a Guzma there. So now her Marshadow is live, so that's good. She's gonna go ahead. Oh, she's fixing her deck because she dropped it and made a bunch of things upside down. Grab one Malamar, and if she gets a, I think she already manually attached for the turn, maybe? I actually don't remember if that Psychic Energy was this turn or last turn. But she could Invasion here if she has a manual attachment. Or no, she doesn't. She already did. Okay, cool. So she's gonna go ahead and flip here, and let's see what happens. Let's see if I can get off my turns that I want. Now, if I do take a knockout, it's gonna be kind of awkward because then there's a bench space open for things like Marshadow, so we have to keep that in mind. So yeah, we're gonna use Viridian Force here because I miscounted the energies in my discard pile because I want to use Tapu Koko Prism, but I want to have like the maximum value of it. We could just switch Energy Switch as well if we don't want to use Tapu Koko Prism this turn. That is a definite play, but I think I want to keep the energies on my board, at least as many as I can. Get rid of Volkner and Energy Switch, and let's see if we can find it. It is in the deck, so we'll go ahead and use Tapu Koko Prism here, I believe. Putting an energy on Zero Aura and on the Pikachu. Zero Aura is a good attacker on its own. Just one Choice Band or Electro Power is enough to take knockouts on pretty much all of her Pokemon. So Zero Aura is generally the main attacker in this matchup, but you know, we got to show off the Pikachu, bro. What are we doing if we're not showing it off? We're going to go ahead and attack here. We have the Choice Band. We can knock out Jirachi, so that gets rid of our engine, which is kind of nice. Do we have anything else we want to do? Erica for 6. Erica is such a good draw supporter in this matchup in particular. This one and Zoark, I believe, it's going to be really good. I think I have to pick me up like 2 full art Ericas whenever they come out. And here we're just going to attack, and I'm assuming just attach energies to ourselves and hope for the best. And hopefully there's no Marshadow play that comes slamming down. And oh, there it is. And I'm not taking this back now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, by the way, I think this game is where we I forget to take my prizes immediately. Oh no, never mind. I do. I know there was one game where I think I forgot to take my prizes immediately, but I think that was like in a different video. But here comes the threat. Marshadow just proving to be really good in the upcoming meta where Lightning and Dark will be taking over. Actually, I don't know. I mean, Dark is already taken over, right? So I don't want to say that, but she did knock out our Pikachu, just completely punishing our play. So once again, like I said, I don't think that the Pikachu play was the right play, but it was the play I wanted to make. We're still like in a decent position in this game because we're going to take a knockout with Zero Aura anyways because we have Energy Switch. So I'm not too worried about it. In the end of the day, we can punish her as well. So we're back to even prizes. And she doesn't have a Pokemon that can Oko us because she can't attach Choice Band to that dude. She can always get down another Ultra Necrozma or maybe even play a stretch to get this Marshadow back. So, but right now we're in a really good position. Of course, if she can take a knockout here, we're in a really awkward position because we have no energies on the board with just a Zapdos. She's going to go ahead and treasure here, probably to get an Ultra Necro. No, just another Malamar. So she can get an Ultra Necro, she can take a knockout here if she finds a metal energy as well. She's used 2, and I know this deck only plays 3 basics and 1 beast, so she has to find a beast at some point. But she's already used 2. As long as the other one's not prized, she should be okay though. Thanks to Viridian Forest being able to easily search out all these energies, it's actually not a huge deal. Let's see what she does here. Ooh, it's my phone. Treasure, probably to get Ultra Necro, we'll see. She should have another one in the deck. Yeah, there it is. All right, cool. Let's see if she can pull off the play this turn. Does she have 3? She needs 3 psychic energies to take a knockout or a choice band. And I think she's just gonna go ahead. She has them. We saw a metal and a psychic just off the shuffle. So she has to draw one of the 2, I believe. And then wait, and if she can draw 1, she has to draw the psychic so she can discard it and search the metal. I think that's how this is gonna work. So if she whiffs, that's not good for her. But if she doesn't whiff, that's great. That's really good. I think she just wins the game if she doesn't whiff. Let's see. No, it looks like she whiffed at least. I mean, unless she has it in hand, she can discard it. She's gonna grab the metal here though. Does she have 3 psychic energies and I just didn't notice? No, she only has 2, so she can only hit 180. Which is fine because that puts it in range of Giratina on the bench if I do switch. So she's gonna go ahead and do that. And I can't attack again this turn because of my Plasma Fist caveat. So unless I get like Guzma here. Playing another, yeah, I don't think I want to play Pikachu actually. We'll see though, because now we're in range of I'm trying to think of ways that I can Acerola here. I can't really take knockout with Tapu Koko GX unless I have Choice Band Electro Power. So in a perfect world, right, I can play Tapu Koko GX and use Acerola. But the problem is I don't think I have the Acerola in my hand. Oh, I have the Lele though, so there are plays I can make. Just kind of the psychic energies and stuff like that. She has like 4. So this deck only plays 5, and this is where the awkward part comes in. She might have 1 prized because she doesn't have 1 prized because we know it's in the deck. But she has 2 on the psychic. She has 2 on the Dawn Wings right now, which is really awkward for her. She has not GX yet, so we're gonna go ahead and choice ban. Oh, I could just Guzma here instead. But oh wait a minute, you know what I think it is? I think the Acerola was prized this game, and I remember thinking the Acerola was prized, which is why I'm making this awkward play. But I'm just gonna Guzma and knock out this thing, and hopefully she doesn't have Giratina. That's like what I have to hope for. And we're not gonna knock it out with Zapdos. We're gonna knock it out with the active because that way she can't take all 3 prizes this turn. We're gonna switch back into our Zeraora so she can't take all 3 prizes with Giratina and stuff like that. The only way she can now is by literally using Guzma and then getting Giratina and then taking a knockout with Ultra Necro. I mean, like, my phone is blowing up right now. It's because I have work today, so my boss is probably just reminding me. Yeah. I do. No, the Acerola's in my hand. So maybe in hindsight, I think I might have misplayed here. And I should have just, like, Coco'd. But do I have enough to take a knockout, though? That's the next question. Because if I don't take a knockout, then I'm just Acerolaing for a Pokemon to be knocked out anyways. So maybe, okay. So maybe that was the reason why? I don't know. I'm trying to think of plays I could have made, but I don't see... Okay, I think that's the reason why, because I couldn't have taken a revenge knockout here. So at the very least, we're just going to give her this, and then next turn we can potentially win. We do have Baton there, so if she does take a knockout on this, we can just move the energy to the back, and now we can easily just Guzma Zapdos game for any of her Pokemon, because we only have 1 prize left. So she's just reading it to make sure if it works, if it's on the bench, or if it works on, like, if she uses her GX attack with Ultra Necro. Gonna stretch her that card back, and I think she's gonna try to set up the GX attack here and then try to finish the game with that. Oh, that's a really cool play because she does put a lot of damage on the board with the GX attack, and then, like, yeah, okay, so she's gonna GX here. I don't think the Wishful Baton procs, so we're just gonna discard everything, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day because we have Guzma. We'll just go ahead and Guzma up a Marsh Shadow for game here. So there it is. Last prize with Zapdos hitting 80. So that's going to be the game, guys. Let me know what you guys think of these tabletop games in the comments down below. I know you guys really like them. Let me know what matchups you want to see, because I think I have the next 10 videos scheduled as far as like video recorded. And that's only going to be for me until like the 20th, which is like not super great because that's a lot. That's like a whole 10-ish, 12-ish days before this actually releases. So we have to have more videos recorded. So let me know what matchups you want to see me play next. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.